Hello, fellow human light beings. This is Mahadeva the Thunder Wizard. My apologies for coming on late. As does happen sometimes, my laptop gets a little overheated and I have to restart it. So that's why I'm a few minutes late. Anyway, my friends, this is once again a live guided interdimensional meditation to manifest solar flash ascension event. Welcome back to the channel. So I don't have a plan as to where we're going to go, and when I don't have a plan, lots of times those turn out to be the most interesting ones. Again, what I'd like for you to think about, which is my goal and my focus of these live guided interdimensional meditations, is to shift the awareness of human beings on this planet out of the narcissistic devaluation programming. And I talk a lot about that on other videos. I've got a website here, reversenarcabuse.com, and quantum shifting, we talk about it a lot there. You can get that at thunderwizard.com. There's a free quantum shifting. The first video is, you can find it for free on the channel, and you can also find it for free at thunderwizard.com. But the main goal of both of those things is to, first of all, make you aware that even if you're a healthy, happy, whatever normal means, a healthy, happy, functioning, successful third dimensional human, you are still being programmed into the 3D narcissistic devaluation programming consensus. And the bottom line of it is to program you into believing that you are replaceable, that you are expendable, that you are arbitrary, that you are a thing. You have been programmed, again, even if you're a quote healthy, happy, functioning, successful 3D human, you have been programmed to believe that your worth, your lovability, some people go, what do you mean by worth and value? It means lovability. For somebody to want to love you, based on the narcissistic devaluation programming, your lovability, your worth, is based upon what you bring, what you do. It's not who you are. Your value, your lovability comes from something outside of you or something superficial. If you're a good-looking person who happens to have the body type that is popular nowadays, then your lovability is based on that superficial thing you bring. You're sexy, you're attractive. If you have a lot of money, then your lovability comes from how much money you have. If you have power, your lovability comes from your power. If you are a servant, your lovability comes from your ability to serve and work for others. This is why everybody has a job. You can't function in this world without a job unless you have money. But if you just show up to this society without any of that, without saying, I will give you my time and my sweat and my labor to build widgets so that your company can make money, if you don't offer that, then you have to have money. And remember, what is money? Money is an arbitrary intellectual concept. It is not a real thing. It doesn't have any existence. Even when money was dollar bills, there used to only be dollar bills and coins, but those were notes that actually pertain to actual gold and silver. But even gold and silver, what is that? It doesn't have any value. Gold, silver, diamonds don't have any value unless you give value to them. You can't do anything with them. You can't eat it. You can't wear it. You can't even wipe your behind with it. You might be able to melt it down into a cup or a plate, but it's bendable. It's not, you can't use it as a weapon. It is all a symbol. Money is nothing more than a symbol. It's never been anything else. Unless you go all the way back to when people used to trade with goods. You give me some skins, I'll give you some meat, I'll give you some wood, I'll give you, in exchange, this is why people would give their daughters away. Dowry, they'd give their daughters, and with money, and, so it's all symbolic. And your value to this world is based on what you can bring to this idea of worth and value, which doesn't exist. And it's devaluing. It's devaluing because it takes away the true value that is you. And the value that you have, your lovability, is completely rooted in your existence, in your conscious existence. You are sitting there right now having a conscious experience of reality. And that is your worth. And there is no price that can be put on that. It is to the universe. Your lovability is rooted simply because you are alive and aware. That is the only thing that matters. It is not only a value, it is the most valuable thing. It is the most treasured thing in the entire multiverse. And so you are the most valuable being in existence because you are alive, because you are awake, because you are aware, and because you experience yourself. You are the most valuable, the most lovable being in existence. That is the truth. Anything outside of that, anything that devalues you beyond the ultimate, is a devaluing belief system. So we live in a not just a society, but we live in a world, a three-dimensional world that from the moment you're born tells you that you're not lovable unless you can do something for me, unless you can add to the Ponzi scheme. So the whole point of these meditations, from my perspective, is to reverse that. That's, all of the specifics of we're going to take down the banking system, we're going to take down the elites, we're going to take down whatever, all of that is still underneath it, is because those things, the banking system, governments, etc., all of those things devalue you. All of those things tell you that you don't have any value except for what supply you bring to the Ponzi scheme we call society. The frequency we live in is the frequency of self-devaluation. So I want you to be aware of that and meditate on it. And I hope that you can understand this is my goal, to reverse that, so that every single being in the entire multiverse, that their experience of their existence fills them with bliss, joy, love, and happiness for no other reason other than they are the miracle of conscious awareness. That is my goal. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So anyway, And again, I've got things that we do on this channel and things that we teach. Everything that I provide on this channel is to give you that experience or to help you reverse the devaluation. That's the point of all of it. So take advantage of all of that. I'm not gonna sell myself at the moment here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the meditation. So if you would please get yourself into a comfortable position. And again, if you don't want to fall asleep, then the best way to prevent that is to sit up in a chair or on a couch. Sit on the edge of a chair if you want to have a very powerful meditation experience with your feet flat on the ground, your back straight up off the back of the chair, your eyes looking a few feet in front of your toes. And then when you close your eyes, the back of your neck will be straight. This will allow the energy to flow up to the crown chakra, which is where your transceiver is located, the pineal gland. And so go ahead, if you want to lie down, cover your eyes, put on headphones, whatever works for you. Even if you do fall asleep, I'm totally okay with all of that. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves prepared. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Let it all go. It is all made up nonsense. Release all of your stress, all of your fears, all of your ambitions. Everything you need, you already are. There is nothing that you need that goes beyond your conscious awareness of your own existence. Become aware of the gravity that is pulling your body towards the earth. As I always say, this is Mother Earth's embrace. She loves you so much she can't even tolerate the thought of you flying away from her even for one split second. So she's constantly embracing you, hugging you, pulling you towards herself. Allow this love to pull you more deeply into the earth, more deeply into your own body. That is the message that she gives, is just be with you. I love you more than anything else, and you should love you more than anything else. This is the message of the gravitational pull. Allow your energy to go more deeply into the earth, all the way down to the center of the earth, the heart of your mother. Let her love you. Let her give you the knowledge of how beautiful and wonderful you are to her. Now what we're going to do is we are going to chant the Huar mantra. This is the seed sound for shifting from 3D to 5D. This is the sound of Mother Earth shifting up to a higher frequency. Hu brings us deep into the earth, and Ar brings us higher into a frequency of greater freedom and understanding. So take a deep breath and chant with me. Inhale. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue to breathe long and deep. Feeling the energy moving through your nervous system. Feeling the warmth of the life force energy moving through your limbs. Feeling the blood pumping through your veins. Feeling yourself connecting to higher frequencies, higher dimensions of your own consciousness, which are not trapped into this third dimension. Please bring your attention to your heart center. This is where your soul resides. Your soul is an infinite point of light that is connected to all dimensional reality. You are a portal. Your consciousness is a portal to all dimensions, all dimensional realities, all worlds. You have access to this through your soul, which is omnipotent, omniscient, and is completely composed of the bliss of awareness. Whatever worries you have, whatever fears you have, whatever sadness, whatever pain, these are things that are results of your third dimensional video game, which is called being incarnated into 3D reality. This is a fictional story that you have created, and you have placed yourself in this fictional story so that you could greater experience things that you wish to investigate, experiment with, and learn, all surrounding your consciousness. And now we are going to remember that this third dimensional reality is not where all of our consciousness resides. It is only where our perception is focused. Our consciousness is in all of the dimensions, all the way up from the third dimension, all the way up till the 11th or 12th dimension. We are everywhere, we are everything. We're now going to allow our awareness to come out of our chest and float up above our physical body. You can look down on your physical body and send it love, send it gratitude and peace and health. Thank all of the cells in your body, all of the organs in your body, for allowing you to have this perfect vehicle through which your infinite multidimensional self can experience this third dimensional experiment. We're now going to allow our energy to float up towards the ceiling. And as we do, we feel a pull. We feel a higher dimensional pull, pulling our awareness up through the roof, up into the sky. We float up above our homes. As we go further into the sky, we can see our neighborhood. We can see the city that we live in. We climb higher and higher. We can see the county in which we live. We can see the state that we live in. Higher and higher still. We can see the continent where we live. Continue to float up higher and higher still. We end up reaching the limit of Earth's gravitational field. We go beyond this. We are now free of 3D Earth space-time. We look down on Earth and we realize that this is not our eternal home. This is merely where we have placed our perception for a short period of time in order to learn and grow. And the being known as Mother Earth has provided herself as the host so that she can always be there to love, nurture, and protect us while we live out our 3D consciousness experiment. Send the earth gratitude and love, and listen for a moment just to see what Mother Earth wants to achieve. What would she like to experience? Where does she want to go? And the feeling I get is that she wants to be reborn. She wants to have the ability to herself incarnate into a new form. And for that, she needs our help. It is our attachment to the particular frequency of three-dimensional earth we have, which is weighing her down. She's asking us to help her rise above this frequency, which means we must be willing to disconnect from our current attachments. What I'd like for you to do now is look around for the sun. When you see the sun, feel the love that she has. She is constantly beaming love into all directions. Continuously without end, she is continuously sending joy and love and happiness. Please send to her your love. Tell her how much you love her. She's very, very delighted whenever her children tell her how much they love her. And the sun is also our mother. Look around for the moon now. And please ask the moon to guide your meditations, to balance your emotions, and to give you greater intuition. Now take a deep breath in and allow energy from the sun, the moon, and the earth to fill your consciousness. Inhale. And let it go. I would like for you now to reach out to your personal light being guide. If you've never done this before, just simply send out the mental invitation into the universe that your light being, higher guide that loves you should come and empower and guide your meditation. Do this now. And now what I'd like for you to do is to ask your guide if they have any communication they'd like to give to you, whether that's energetic or whether that is to give you confidence, love. Is there a message? Go ahead and ask your guide to give you any words of advice that they may have for you. And what I'd like for you to do now is something we normally do later, but I would like to do it in the beginning of this meditation so that we can raise the frequency even higher of what we're accomplishing. I'd like for you to look into the eyes of your guide and ask them to show you how they see you. Do this now. And now repeat back to them what you saw, felt, or heard. And now what we're going to do is bring to mind whatever it was that you saw or felt, and we are going to inhale that into our being. We are consciously choosing to allow ourselves to become that which we have seen in the eyes of our guides. Ready? Inhale. Hold and let this move through your entire being. And exhale. You can come back to this experience anytime that you choose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to send out an invitation to all beings of light everywhere in the multiverse. This includes extraterrestrial beings of light from higher dimensions. It includes gods. It includes angels, demigods, healers, all conscious entities of light who are filled with love. We are going to invite all of them, regardless of where they are, to come and be a part of this meditation to help shift planet Earth up to the next level of awareness. Go ahead and send out this conscious invitation to all beings everywhere. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Now we are surrounded with beings of light from all dimensions who are filled with love and filled with an excitement to help us accomplish our awakening. And what's important for us to understand is that when we accomplish our awakening, they also awaken. The work that we're doing is helping all conscious beings everywhere, whether they be the most powerful gods or whether they be just an insect walking around on this beautiful planet. All beings benefit from our conscious expansion. And now we are going to look away from planet Earth. We're going to look out into space. And there is a beautiful bright white light which is shining to us. And we can feel the love and the peace and the joy. We are going to allow ourselves and all other conscious beings with us to be pulled towards this light. And this light is none other than the quantum field itself, which is just another fancy way of saying this is the source of all consciousness. This is our true home. This is, for lack of a better word, this is God. And for a moment, we are just going to allow ourselves to be surrounded and embraced by this light. We completely relax. This light goes into us and explodes out from within. And we once again reconnect to our true essence, which is the essence of pure light, pure bliss, pure consciousness. We are connecting to our deepest self. This is our home. This is where we came from. This is where we will return. And this is where we always exist. We can always tap into this simply by listening to the soul within us, because the soul is this light. There is no difference. We're now going to take 3 deep breaths in and allow this light to permeate our entire consciousness. Inhale. And exhale. Surrender more deeply to this light. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Surrender more deeply to this awareness, to this truth, to this bliss. Inhale one last time. And exhale. We become aware that all of the drama that we allow ourselves to experience on earth is completely made up. It's completely arbitrary. There is no drama here, except for the drama of complete joy, complete happiness. As we allow ourselves to surrender more deeply to this light, we allow the joy and the bliss to completely overwhelm us. There is nothing we need to accomplish. There is nothing we need to gain. There is nothing we need to do. We simply awaken to the existence that is already the deepest part of us. We are made of light. We are made of joy. We are made of bliss. We are made of love. We are connected to every other conscious being. We are every other conscious being. Every other conscious being is simply another one of our experiments. We've allowed ourselves to become any personality you can think of. You are, because you want to experience this. We don't need to struggle to have compassion for others, because we are all other people. And in this central source of all consciousness, we can see ourselves in everything and everyone. There is no separation. And what binds all together is love and compassion and understanding. We yearn to connect with all of the other parts of ourselves. On planet Earth, we experience that as other separate beings, but they are not separate. Here we see that we are everything and everyone. What I'd like for you to do now is bring to your awareness the most perfect, wonderful, beautiful guide and counselor you can imagine. A being that knows you deeply and loves you more intensely than anything you can imagine on earth. Imagine the most beautiful, wonderful being that you can possibly create. Allow this being to take form in front of you. Look into their eyes and see how deeply they love you, how much they accept you, how they thoroughly see and understand you. Look into their eyes and allow them to show you that all of the self-directed negativity that you experience on earth is completely, totally non-existent. That it is, in fact, a fiction. All of the things that you believe are problems all of the problems you believe exist in your world. You can look into the eyes of this being and see that none of those things exist. None of those things exist in your soul. Please take a moment and allow this being to communicate to you one truth that will be absolutely pivotal for you to have an awakening, a massive shift and awakening to your true essence. Go ahead and ask them to give you this one truth now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You can always come back and continue this conversation whenever you wish. What we're going to do now is we are going to allow ourselves to be empowered. And so what's going to happen now is that there are going to be what looks like flying little diamonds of even more intense light. And you are going to be surrounded by 8 of these diamonds of intense light. So they're going to surround you in each one of the 8 directions. And then what's going to happen is you are going to allow yourself to drop any blocks that you have. So if you can imagine like you have rows of armor that protect you from your true self, because in the 3rd dimension, if you were to see your true self, you would no longer be in the 3rd dimension. But here in this place where we are, we don't need to protect ourselves. We don't need to maintain anything. We are allowed to expand into everything. So what I'd like for you to do now is to consciously imagine that you are dropping any of your shields of fear, of pain. The biggest block that 3D humans have is the fear of being completely seen and completely loved. It is a deep, deep fear, and it is the thing that keeps us in our 3rd dimensional reality. You are not in 3D at the moment, so you can drop that. So I would like for you to imagine you are consciously and willingly dropping the protection of being truly seen and truly loved. What we're going to do now is we are going to chant the Huad breath together. And when we chant it, these diamonds of light and consciousness are going to increase in intensity, and they are going to send beams of higher dimensional love and consciousness into your astral body. You are going to allow your astral body to expand infinitely into all directions. Ready? Inhale and chant with me. attention back to the sound of my voice. I'd like for you now to think of one beautiful thing that you would like to add to your life. Maybe something that you think you can't have or can't afford or don't deserve. You're going to give yourself permission to imagine having one thing, one experience, one relationship, whatever it is, that you truly want. You're going to allow yourself to want this beautiful thing. And I'd like for you now to imagine that you have it. And allow yourself to have the feeling of contentment and bliss that it gives you. Whatever this thing, person, or experience might be. Understand that you deserve this. Your desires are your soul seeking to be the most happy and beautiful being it can be. Your desires actually help and heal others. It's important that we make the connection between fulfilling our desires and healing the world. When you are completely fulfilled, you heal all other conscious beings. Shift begins within. Think of this thing, person, relationship, or experience, and inhale very deeply. And exhale. Once again, inhale, thinking of this thing you want to experience, inhale. And exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. We're now going to say goodbye to this beautiful place, knowing that we are always here. We are just going to shift our perception to somewhere else in the multiverse. We're going to say thank you to the being that you have created and or summoned, however you want to look at it. Thank this being for its healing, nurturing presence, and know that this being is always here for you whenever you need their love, their support, their nurturing. We're going to now allow ourselves to back out of this wonderful place of light. All of the lights that are sparkling, we're going to leave them behind in our perception, even though they are still within us at all times. We now find ourselves back into our universe. Now, if you would please, I'm getting the instinct that we need to talk to our guides. So allow your guide to take their manifestation in front of you and go ahead and ask your guide for any advice or communication or energy exchange. Do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. I've been told that we should go to the moon. So I'd like for you to focus your attention, find the moon, our moon, and we are now going to fly towards the moon, all of us with all of our guides and all of our friends. And now all of the light beings are going to surround the moon. And what I've just been told is that the collective meditative mind on planet Earth, which is what the moon is. The moon is the collective meditative mind of all Earth and all beings on Earth. The moon allows us to see things from the meditative perspective. The moon allows us to connect with our intuition. And the moon gives us the ability to ride our emotions to achieve and experience anything we need. The moon needs some balancing. The minds of all people on Earth need to be balanced and need to be empowered. So what we are going to do is we are going to focus on all of that energy that was put into us by those floating diamonds of consciousness. And we are going to send this to the moon so that the moon can reflect this back onto planet Earth, meaning all of the conscious beings there can be awakened on their, not only their conscious minds, but their unconscious minds as well. Their meditative minds, their dreams. All of these things need to be shifted. So now all of the light beings are surrounding the moon. And we are going to inhale and chant the Huar breath. Imagine sending laser beams of consciousness from your third eye, from your heart, directly into the center of the moon. And watch the moon begin to glow with a higher and deeper awareness. Go ahead and inhale and begin chanting with me. Attention back to the sound of my voice. We're not done with our work with the moon. What we're going to do now is we are going to empower the moon to nourish and to heal all conscious beings on Earth. One of the seed sounds for the moon is one we've used with Jupiter, which is Thung, Thoong, Thung. This is the frequency of the nectar of immortality. And the moon is said to contain the nectar of immortality. This is incredibly healing and nurturing. It is the mead that Thor drinks. It is the soma that Indra drinks, which is the source of all of the Vedas, which means wisdom. This will give long life and deep healing and deep awareness. So as we chant this mantra of Thung, it is going to penetrate deeply into the moon, and the moon will then begin to rain down drops of the nectar of immortality. When human beings are nourished by this, they will no longer feel a need to get their value from the collective devaluation programming. So I'd like for you to think of a very nurturing, healing beverage that fills you like honey, fills you with a sweet, beautiful, healing, empowering feeling. Honey, by the way, is also cleansing. It fights all viruses and all bacteria. It is incredibly healing and nourishing. So I'd like for you to think about this and send this and imagine the moon filling from the inside, so much so that this is just begins dripping out of the moon, and the moon can now send this to the earth. So go ahead and inhale and chant Thung with me. Inhale. attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue to just look at the moon and see that the moon is completely filled with this incredibly nourishing, beautiful energy. And what will happen now is when the sun shines and the moon reflects it, the light that reflects off the moon onto Earth will contain this nourishing nectar of immortality. This is the nectar of the gods. Human beings, if they choose to absorb this, can become their true essence, which is God's incarnate. We're now going to go back to the earth, and we surround the earth now. And those diamonds that we saw inside the quantum field, the source, those are surrounding earth. And we are surrounding Earth ourselves. All of the light beings that are with us are surrounding Earth. If we were to look at Earth from above, we would see light beings going off in infinite directions surrounding Mother Earth. And we are going to be working together right now with the sun and with the moon. And all three of us, sun, moon, and human beings, will be sending the combination of all of these energies that we've just awakened within ourselves and within the universe. And we are going to send healing, awakening, and nourishment to the souls and to the minds of all conscious beings, not only on Earth, but in the entire universe. We are going to chant the Huar breath. Inhale and chant with me. attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue breathing long and deep. Imagine seeing the sun and the moon and all of the ambient energies flowing towards Earth. Imagine all of this nourishment going into the hearts and minds of all human beings, allowing human beings to drop all of their unnecessary fears, all of the devaluation that tells humans they aren't enough, they don't have enough, they're not good enough, they're not lovable. All of these feelings are being washed away by the drops of the nectar of immortality. As all human beings drink from this nectar, they become so fulfilled and so nourished that there's no room inside of them for fear, pain, anger, sadness, self-hatred. None of these feelings can take hold. We feel a strong connection to our Mother Earth. We feel a strong connection to all of conscious beings in the entire multiverse. And we feel a deep connection to our own soul. And when we are connected to our soul, we are everything. Everything we need flows to us simply because we choose it. So right now, I'd like for you to think about your perfect life, no matter how fantastical, how unbelievable, no matter how far away it might be from your current 3D experience. You might even imagine your perfect 5D world and the life that you have there. Bring to your mind this perfect life where you have only the feelings of love, happiness, fulfillment, adventure, joy, bliss, and allowing yourself to expand and create. Imagine this is your entire existence. And know that this is the existence that you deserve. And when you simply drop your defenses from being seen and loved by the universe, then this reality must then become manifested. This is why all of the light beings cannot come and shift us to 5D. We are the ones that create the new reality simply by allowing ourselves to become one with our souls. And your soul is filled with bliss. All of the desires within your soul are the desires that the universe has for you. All you have to do is choose it. Choose this reality. Embrace it. And allow it to be manifested. We're going to chant the Huar breath 3 times, and when you do this, I want you to imagine everything shifting around you into this new reality. Inhale. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice once again. You can always, and you are encouraged to always go back to this experience where you think of the most perfect, blissful, happy, fantastical reality that you can imagine. And you can chant the Hua breath either silently or out loud with the conscious intention of filling your immediate environment with that reality. If we continue to do this, the world will change. It starts with us. I'd like for you now to ask your guides to come and to surround you and to give you love and encouragement, and ask them to give you any advice or any love or any energy that they wish to give you. Your focus can be on dropping any guards that you have and allow them to love you deeply. Go ahead and do this now. I'd like for you now to take a deep breath and inhale and imagine you're pulling in all of the love that these beings wish to give you. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. You can do this anytime you want. You can make a meditation of just inhaling and allowing the love of your guides to fill your entire being. For now, we are going to allow our perception to go back to our third dimensional reality. So please say thank you to all of the light beings. Allow them to return to wherever they wish to go. Say thank you to the sun, to the moon, and to Mother Earth. And know that these beings are also inside of you. Let us now allow ourselves and those guides that are always with us to begin moving back towards our human bodies, where we are going to place our perception once again. So we come down through Earth's gravitational field, down into Earth's atmosphere, and we can see a lot of energy running around on Earth. I'm seeing a lot of energy, like electricity, moving all over the Earth, connecting things, connecting people. It'll be interesting to see what happens from this. We continue to fall down towards Earth, closer and closer to our home. We're now above the continent upon which we live. We move down over our country. We see the state in which we live. We go down further and further, and we can see the county that we live in. And then we can see our city. We see our neighborhood. And there's our home. We allow ourselves to go down through the roof, and we stop and hover above our bodies. We can see the energy from our bodies is very intense, but very calm and very peaceful. And we can see that we are emitting a beautiful light, almost like a bluish, wonderful healing light is emanating from us. And we now send love to our bodies. I'd like for you to imagine the perfect body that you would like to have. Perfect health, perfect youth, perfect strength, perfect comfort, perfect healing. And allow your energy to slowly penetrate back down, sink into your body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale once again into your body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale once again, completely back into your body. Inhale. And exhale. If you're lying down, sit up, rub your palms of your hands together. Place your palms over your eyes, feel the heat from your palms, breathe it into your brain all the way down your spinal column, down into your feet. Inhale. Exhale into the earth. Once again, inhale. Exhale into the earth. One last time, inhale. Hold. And exhale into the earth. Rub your eyes, your face, scalp, front of the neck, back of the neck, shoulders, arms, chest, stomach, butt, thighs, back. Open and close your hands, move your face around. Come completely back into your body. All right. I enjoyed that. I found that to be a very healing, nourishing experience. And you can, take bits and pieces of this and create meditations if you want. Go to the moon and chant Thum. Go to the quantum field. All of these experiences and all of these beings, they are available to you at any time. You can do this on your own. It's always more powerful when we do things together. There's something that happens when we do these meditations that, can't be replaced with anything else. But you can do any one or all of these things on your own. You can also come back and watch these videos. They're archived. You can watch them whenever you want. Okay, so again, if you want to support this channel, again, this channel is here for you because of you. Every single resource that I provide to you on this channel is here to give you this ability to shift out of the narcissistic devaluation programming and to connect directly to your true essence. And these tools that I've been researching and synthesizing and teaching for the past 30, 40 years, I'm realizing now that these are higher dimensional tools and they will assist you. So please make use of them. There's plenty of free stuff on the channel. But if you want more, there's more here. So there's reversenarcabuse.com is if you want to really learn how to understand what the narcissistic devaluation programming is. It's best to understand it because then you know what to reverse. And we're moving towards quantum shifting. And again, I've got 3 out of the 7 videos. Let's see, what videos are they? What is quantum shifting? That's free. That's already on the channel and already at the thunderwizard.com website. Video number 2 is in the shop, Reversing Narcissistic Devaluation Programming. Video number 3, which is the guided interdimensional meditation for discovering your 5D quantum self. I don't believe anybody has got that video yet. All I need is one person to do that, and when you do that, I'll make number 4. Downloading your 5D avatar identity program. Number 5, living your 5D avatar identity. 6, there's 11 separate steps that I have laid out, which are, how do you do this quantum shifting? I've cataloged all the specific steps in order that I do, and I've got it. I will make that video as soon as enough people want it. Video number 7, how to choose your perfect probability and collapse it into your perception. Those are the quantum shifting video courses, which are available here at thunderwizard.com in the shop. Again, if you want to support the channel, subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell button, do the live interdimensional meditations as often as possible. Follow and like the Path of the Thunder Wizard on Facebook. Share Thunder Wizard YouTube video links and Facebook posts on social media. Subscribe to the thunderwizard.com Patreon site, which is not the YouTube site. Of course, subscribe there. But the Patreon site is the thunderwizard.com. And again, if you want to show support, like real support that helps the channel stay alive, subscribe at one of the levels. Free, you're welcome to do that. There's really nothing that you'll gain from doing that. But if you want to support the channel, any of the other subscription levels is what keeps this channel here and allows me to do this work. And please be aware that I do need your support. Otherwise, I'd have to do something else. And I don't want to do that. This is my life's work. And so continue to meditate for the channel. I'd love to see this channel go viral. I'd love to see these guided interdimensional meditations go viral. Right now we're at about 30 people, and I'm okay with that. Those are the 30, light beings who have come to this planet specifically to do this work, to do these meditations. Also, you can be a member of the YouTube channel. That's something different. But I do weekly members-only videos just for the YouTube channel. And that is another way. And of course, whenever I'm here, whether it's a live video or a recorded video, if you look down there and at the bottom of the chat, you'll see a $sign. If you click on the $sign, you can support the channel that way as well. Whatever it is that you choose to do, however you choose to support the channel, it is greatly appreciated. But again, the most important thing is to do these meditations. My goal, as you can see, my goal is not to become some figurehead where you listen to me and I tell you what to do. Yes, I'm filled with lots of opinions, but my greatest desire is to connect you, to plug you in directly to the beings and the energies that I work with. I don't own this stuff. I'm just a person just like you, and we're moving into a time where there's not going to be any gurus like there was in the past. That time has come and gone. We are now connecting ourselves to these energies. Yes, we can have teachers. Teachers are people who are just a few steps ahead of us, who tell us where to put your feet so you can be where they are. That's all a teacher is. And that's all I do, but eventually you're going to grow beyond everybody, and that's my goal. My greatest desire is that every single one of my students take what I've given and expand on it, which has already happened. I've got books out there. If you don't, I don't talk about it enough. Go to michaelwilliamdenny, DENNEY.com, and you see all of my books, and there are people who've taken the things I've written about in my books and they've created and expanded. I mean, here's one from a long time ago. This was one of my students. He created this rune deck. I still use it. That was 6-7 years ago. That really makes me happy when I see that, when I see people taking the tools that I've created and expanding on it. you know, and so I love seeing that. If you are getting powerful experiences from these meditations, then I want to invite you to the live Zoom class and discussion group, which is every first and third Friday of the month. You can subscribe to that by going to thunderwizard.com. There's 2 levels of subscription. One is for people who are already my apprentices. Apprentices is nothing more than you work with me on a regular basis, and that can be done at thunderwizard.com. It's a subscription, and so you can be an apprentice or not. There's 2 different levels depending on, you know, how you want to interact with me. But that group is very important, because when you do these meditations, it's very possible that you have an experience. And I'm going to tell you something. The way that you know that you've had an experience in a higher dimension, one of probably the most common experiences, wondering if you made it up. Reason for that is that it's, you know, I mean, like, you know, the biblical idea of God coming, and God in this giant burning bush and a booming voice or whatever, that is a 3rd dimensional experience. An actual higher dimensional experience means that you are experiencing something that is not part of this dimension. What that means is your 3rd dimensional mind won't understand it. And the first thing that happens is you go, did I just make that up? I think I felt something. I think I got a message. I think I had did I just make that up? And until you actually connect with other people who are having the same experiences, it's very challenging to really understand you're not making this up. And so we need to create a new consensus that goes beyond the 3rd dimensional devaluation consensus. And that's really what happens here in this group. So if you want that, it's available there for you. Anyway, that's all the stuff that we've got here. I see we've got a new person who's subscribed to the YouTube members only, which is different from the thunderwizard.com, but welcome nonetheless. Rock Metal has subscribed. Okay, let's see if there's any questions here. Pavak, Morpheus, his hands were drifting into mudras. So again, a lot of crazy things happen. Your body starts doing all different things. That's a sign you're connecting to something from another dimension. Your body's responding to it, but it's not coming from anything in the 3rd dimension. Fim Sample said, while we were chanting Huar in the quantum field, my laptop had a blue screen. I had to join with my phone. Oh, I got you. Okay. I don't know what that means. I guess your laptop started freaking out, I guess. Maclovius is giving love to everybody. Ogarid says, I don't know if I pronounced that right, thank you. And I already said hello to Rock Metal. Soulful Artist says, thank you. Soulful Artist, is that deck available to buy? Yes. Oh, I don't know, actually. It's been a long time. You can go to, where's the website? I don't know where the website is for this. I think the website, you can just Google Runes for Writers. I believe that's his website. I haven't talked to him in years. He was my apprentice for a while, and I know he's still out there doing stuff. But anyway, Runes for Writers, and you'll find that deck. It's a great rune deck. And anyway, what else? All right. Twisted Reality says, I don't know if, so Twisted Reality, if you have a question, it's best to write the word question. I don't know You're asking me a question. You say, I watched a video of yours where you said we choose our destiny when we die. Question mark? Are you asking me to elaborate on that? So everybody, look, I know that we live in a time now where everybody, everything is an emoji or, is 2 letters instead of a word. Don't be lazy. Learn how to communicate. Own your questions. Own your communications. This is important. When I interact with higher dimensional beings, I'm very clear about what I ask and what I communicate. Don't be lazy. It's not only disrespectful to the people you're communicating with, because people have to try and figure out what you're saying. It's disrespectful to yourself, because you have the right to own everything you want to say, everything you want to ask. You deserve to get that answer, so don't skimp on that. Twisted Reality says, I watched a video of yours where you said we choose our destiny when we die. I don't know that I used those words, and I don't know how old that video was. Obviously things have changed over the past few years, so why are you talking about dying? Choosing your destiny when you die? Why are you wanting to go there? You're alive now. I've also said many other things, and I have a book, which is the most important book I have, which is The Shamanic Secret Commandment to a Perfect Life. Your destiny is what your soul wants to accomplish. And the way you know what your soul wants is your desires, and the desire that has joy attached to it. Many times it's an epiphany and you only get a brief experience of it. And then your 3rd dimensional mind comes in and clamps down around it. And so then you doubt it. But when you have an epiphany of joy, where you see yourself and you have joy associated with doing something, that's your soul giving you a communication. That's what I want. Go do that. You then have the responsibility to go do that, regardless of whatever challenges lay ahead of you. That's your destiny. You can choose to do your destiny or not. So Twisted Reality, that's what I sensed in it. That you're focused on death and reincarnation, and look, I don't know you. I see you on here. I don't believe I'm one of your teachers. I don't think we've ever talked before. But, I get annoyed by don't take this personally, I get annoyed by some of the things that you say, because I sense negativity. I sense fear. I sense all of that. And it's really deep. You want to talk about soul traps and all that kind of negative, fear-based nonsense, which of course I talk in a completely different direction. It's okay, you are at wherever you're at, but you would benefit by having a teacher. The negativity that goes within you isn't serving you. So instead of focusing on little bits and pieces of that and wanting to focus on all that negative stuff, why not just focus on the positive stuff like what we just did? Why not focus on that? If you're having a hard time, this is what teachers are for. And I encourage you to find one. I'm still taking apprentices at thunderwizard.com. You can go and be my student there if you want. All right. Tim Z just looked up runes for writers. Looks like it's still there. Has it moved to tarot cards or rune cards? Anyway, that's okay. He can do whatever he wants. So Twisted Reality, I know you're working on it. You don't need to get my approval. It's not about working on it. I want you to want, not my approval. I want you to want to be happy. I want you to want to be happy more than you want to focus on negativity. I'm trying to inspire you to do that. And if you don't do that, I take it that I failed. So it's a choice. You choose. You say, I'm going to focus on being happy. I'm going to focus on getting beyond these things. Your impulses are going to tell you to keep watching videos about soul traps and false beings of light trapping you, and your impulse is going to tell you to do that. You're going to get a rush off of doing that. What I'm telling you to do is against your instincts. And I'm encouraging you to follow my teachings, which are to go against those instincts. That means to do the practices that I teach, read the books that I have out there, and work with me. Sitting in yourself in your own head is only going to get you so far. Anyway, so I'll leave it at that. Everybody's welcome to be wherever they are. And I wish you all, I hope, let's just talk about quantum shifting just for a second. That's what this is. My goal for quantum shifting is to go beyond any teaching, any spiritual philosophy that we've had on planet Earth up until now. And I've done, just about all of it, including psychotherapy, 12 steps. So far, the most powerful practice in the world, in my experience, besides these energy practices that I teach, is the 12 steps. The 12 steps are the single most powerful plan of action that recalibrates your thinking and allows you to take actions you wouldn't normally take. The combination of working the 12 steps with these practices that I teach, I don't think there's anything more powerful. I am taking those concepts and those understandings, along with the understandings that I've had from working with these higher dimensional beings, and I'm putting it into quantum shifting. And it is literally completely rewriting your hard drive, because your reality is the result of the hard drive programming that you have. And things can shift as quickly as you are willing to allow yourself to shift. And it's beyond anything that I've ever seen anywhere. In any religious teaching or any practice, it's beyond all of that. And so anyways, I'm putting this together so that we don't have to do what we've done, which is to slog along for years and decades at a time, making a little bit of progress just so we can get up to ground zero, which is really, even the 12 steps at its best, it brings you up to ground zero just so you can be a normal person and be healthy and functioning. But you're still in the third dimension, which devalues you. It programs you to be devalued. The difference between us and higher dimensional beings is this: they live in the realm of quantum shifting. They live in the realm where they can shift from one probable reality to the other, and they do that at will. And that means everything that they experience. And that's what's preventing us from going to this new place, is just our ability to shift like that. So the way that we start going in that direction is by at least being able to conceptualize it, that this is a real thing. We can really do this. So that's where I'm going next, and I hope you'll come with me. But, people twisted reality. My friend, you're going to have to do some work. It's not enough to just come watch a video. You're going to have to do some work, which means doing the practices. And you're going to have to make the decision. Say, I'm going to completely, totally shift myself. I'm going to make that decision. It starts with the decision, and then it's followed by actions. And anyway, I want to lead anybody who wants to follow me into that. Yeah, Tim Z says 12 steps led me to my current practice. 3D is mostly bearable as a result. Yeah, that's my experience as well. Listen, for me, the 12 steps are a higher dimensional plan of action for life. I want to get to the place where reality is pure bliss, because that is what we deserve. And what we're finding out is that this is our choice. And there's no God out there that's going to do it for us. We are the gods who will choose to change our reality. But first we have to have a goal to shoot for. And we have to accept that it's real. And the light beings are examples. They're out there going, hey, you guys can be with us. That's literally what they're saying. They're saying, where we are, you can be. We were once where you are, and we shifted up to where we are. You can be where we are. And they will help you to do that, but we have to make the shift. So this is where I'm headed. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for the moment. Anyway, as always, be good to yourself after these meditations. This was a very healing one, so be good to yourself, take care of yourself, do things like take salt baths, swim in the ocean, walk in the forest, relax. Don't do anything too heavy. Don't take your emotions too seriously. Don't put garbage in your system. All those things I always say, do that. And you already know what to do to keep the channel up and running and give support. I thank every single one of you for everything that you do. Please remember that you are the most powerful being that has ever existed. You are the most beautiful, the most kind, the most loving, the most nurturing, the most blissful, beautiful being in the entire multiverse. The entire multiverse was created solely for your personal pleasure, for you to go through the entire multiverse as if it was your own personal playground. Everything is here for you to consume and enjoy. And when you go after everything that makes you happy, you not only allow your soul to fulfill its destiny, but all other conscious beings in the universe also evolve into their highest bliss, and the gods themselves bow down before you. I bow down before you, and I thank you for creating this universe and for creating me and allowing me to exist. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't exist. Thank you so much. Until next time, my friends, please take very good care of yourselves, and I will see you all very soon.